All right. Hi, everyone. Happy October 1st. We are recording our beginning of the month call. So if you're watching this playback, you just missed our introduction of The Greatest Showman. And I think that's the thing I'm sticking with. I think I'm sticking with music at the beginning of our Zoom calls because music is one of my, fills my cup, makes me pumped, gets me excited, winds me up. So there's that. Okay, so some of the specials going on this month that we need to pass on to our teams are open enrollment is still a thing, $9.95, and they still get 3 sample credits. Okay, I don't know what she was doing. Enroll one person, you're getting an additional $25. So I just dropped it actually in the Rockstar chat too. You get $20 for the normal business building bonus. You get $25 cash for signing the same person. So that is $45. And then you get around a $12 pay point, which is $57 for signing one person. That's awesome. Awesome. Enroll 3 people and you get a branded handheld drink mixer and Tervis tumbler. Enroll 6, you get a Plexus branded NutriBullet. You're still getting points on welcome packs, leaders retreat. This is the last month. This is the start of the 4th quarter for Consistency Club. And the hemp oil incentive is still active for over 130 PD subscriptions.
130 or 150?
Did I say 103?
Yeah.
150.
150.
Sorry. Thank you for clarifying. 150 hemp oil. And yeah, I think that's everything. Did I drop the pictures of the, no, I didn't. Here, I'm holding out. I also just dropped the pictures of the prizes in the Rockstar chat, so you can share them with your friends in your team as well. Okay. All right. So does anybody want to say anything? Starting a new month. Does anybody want to speak before I share all my excitement? Anybody? Okay. So here is, did you want to say something, Sharon?
No, you're good. Go ahead.
Okay. So, all right. I'm super pumped about October. Our team is actually starting to make momentum steps forward, even though some of you may have noticed in your back office, you might have gone backwards a little bit last month. This is my quote. I feel like I get a quote for every month and I build on it. My quote for this month is, don't let yesterday eat too much of today up. Don't let what happened yesterday eat too much of today up. If you're looking at your back office and you're displeased with how it looked, that was last month. And a quote unquote bad month is just that. It's just a bad month. It means nothing about you personally. It doesn't mean necessarily that you are a terrible leader and you can't do this and you didn't add anybody and all these negative thoughts. It's only a negative thing if you let it become a negative thing. Okay. So last month, yesterday is just that. Last month and yesterday. I am not going to let those feelings and attachments affect October. October is a brand new month. We are in the last 90 days of the year. That sounds crazy, right? So we're in the last 90 days. What are we going to do with those 90 days? And I'm going to tell you this now. If you are sitting here and you're like, okay, it's October, it's almost the end of the year, things are going to get crazy, holidays are coming, people are going to be spending money elsewhere, people are going to be not, budgeting their products in, Christmas is coming, blah, 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 blah. You will have a terrible 90 days. But what I'm telling you right now is these 90 days affect your 2021. What you do this month is starting your snowball for 2021. for spring, those huge months that you had when, okay, so like, let's all think about quarantine, right? Let's go back. Everything shut down on May 18th, I think, or March 18th, right? And everybody went home. And I think it was a Thursday. And then you like didn't know what was going on. You took Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Monday you woke up and you're like, what am I going to do? Like, I'm home. I have all this time. Like, we're not working, or I am working from home, or whatever the case is. And then you started working your business super hard, right? Well, you had done all those people that you were signing up in March, April, and May. The 90-day rule says that you had put that work in 90 days before that. Yes. So you didn't just start doing all these things when quarantine started. You had worked those 90-day rule back to December, January, February. 90-day rule says right now, what you do this month is going to affect 2021 drastically. If I go back and look at our team, November and December are huge months. And I want you to say that. I want you to say November and December are going to be huge. If you let your mind think the last 90 days of the year, people are going to start shutting down, turning off, everything's going to start. No. You know what's going to happen? People are going to be hiding in their closet eating their kids' Halloween candy. People are going to be planning Thanksgiving dinners and eating way too much, and their pants aren't going to fit for Christmas. So they're going to start stressing about that. And then New Year's is going to come and nothing's going to fit. They're going to be so fatigued and so tired from eating all kinds of holiday food that they're going to need something. They're going to need help. Okay? Not to mention flu season and whatever else is out there. That's coming. Immune systems need to be boosted. When they're eating carbs and eating sugars, what's happening to their immune system? It's getting worse. So don't look at the next 90 days as something that's like, oh, it's the last 3 months of the year. I haven't hit my goals and I only have 3 months to do it. And look, no. These are a very powerful 90 days that we are in. And the ball is rolling right now to set you up for 2021. You start now. So I'm so excited for October, and this is my mindset. My mindset for October is that so mine has gone from like an emerald sapphire to like a diamond mentality. I am at the point where I have reached a new level of I don't give a crap what anyone around me thinks. I don't care if my post is too bold for them. I don't care if my dream seems silly to them. I don't care if they think what I'm doing is stupid. I don't care if 5 people fall off this month. It's not going to shake me. I refuse to let it. I am in a diamond mindset of my messages are diamond. My Zooms are diamond. My stories are diamond. My follow-up is diamond. My phone calls, my Zoom calls, they're diamond. How I handle fall-offs, how I handle refunds, how I handle a back office that won't load, how I handle a back office that crashes, how I handle, hold on, I'm emitting, sorry guys. How I handle leaders, how I handle product users that are inconsistent, how I handle complainers, how I handle people who make excuses, how I handle all of the things is diamond. That's my mindset. If your mindset is ruby, gold, senior ruby, jewel, that is who you need to become up here. And I talked about that on our team page, on our Hope Dealer page. If you up here are still just I'm using Sharon because she doesn't care. If Sharon is still a new mom, stay-at-home mom with no worth, she's lost herself, incapable of leading a team, afraid of success, can I handle it? If up here she is not embracing that she is an emerald, she will not be. You need to up here believe 100 million% that you are who you want to be in this business. And these last 90 days is the time to do that. Everybody on here has kids. If your kids came up and told you that they wanted to do something by Christmas, what belief would you have in them?
Every belief, like, that they can do it.
You wouldn't talk to them and say, I don't know, like maybe not, I don't know. You would be like, do it. If your kid, wanted straight A's this marking period, would you be like, I don't know, this is a tough time of year to try and do that? You just don't have the discipline. I mean, you really need to crack down on yourself, and your math skills, they're not that great either. So maybe, no, you would be like, it's about time. I've been telling you since last year that you could be on the principal's list, and now you're going to wake up and do it? Like, you would have every belief in them that, yes, do it. Go for it. I'm not going to discourage you at all. So why, when I say, hey, I think you can do this, when you will let yourself say, I think I want to do this, why then do you talk yourself out of it and put yourself down? These are very, very powerful 90 days. A lot of things happen in this last quarter. And when I tell you, I will beat it into your heads that you this month are setting your business up for 2021. If you slack off in October and November, that is what's going to happen in January and February. The train is starting, okay? My train is running, and it's going, and it's not stopping. So get on the train. If you have a goal and you haven't met it, that was yesterday. And if that's eating up today or tomorrow, stop it. That is my thing for this month, is do not let yesterday eat up too much of today. If all you're focusing on is, I'm afraid I'm going to lose points again, I'm afraid I'm going to lose more people again, that is what is going to happen. That is what is going to happen. Turn the story around in your head. Believe in yourself that you can do this. And that not just that you can do this, that you can lead other people to do this. There's people on your team that don't know what to do. They want to do something, but they don't know what it is. And they're waiting for you. They're waiting for you to come alongside of them and be like, hey, I know we've tried this, and I know you've done your posts and not much has come of it, and I know this has happened, and I know you had this going on, but this is it, girl. Like, 2020 sucked for a lot of people, but I'm going to sit here and tell you it did not suck for me. There was highlights in 2020 that I want to remember. There is someone on your team that needs a highlight in 2020. They either need to feel better, or they need the financial stability, or they need the community. And we need to show that to them. We need to start inviting our teams to events, inviting our teams to team calls, like our life depends on it. How many times do I throw something in the Rockstar chat, and then even some of you are on here, you're like, what is going on? I think I missed something. Because you were teaching school, or you had to run into the store, or you got up to go to the bathroom. I don't know. So quickly, I didn't realize we were doing this. Oh, I didn't realize this is what time it was. Or how do you think our team feels that doesn't have a Rockstar chat? They don't know unless we tell them. So you have this, listen, I'm talking to me. I've got level ones, right, that aren't necessarily like big builders. They've got 1-2 people. Maybe they have 5 people under them, but they're just like not there yet, right? They're just kind of like floating out there, and you're just like, they're there. They're my level 1, but I'm not sure what's going on. I have to make sure that when I'm like blowing the Rockstar chat up with stuff that I'm like, oh shoot, they're not in there. Just because they're not silver doesn't mean they don't need it. Just because they're not silver means they absolutely need this information. So I have like a list of level 1s that aren't necessarily in my Rockstar chat that I have to make sure I reach out to. And I'm like, hey, this is what's going on. This is what, like the October schedule I just set out. There's people that need that on my team, but they're not in the Rockstar chat. So I had to go personally make sure. I'm like, oh, hey, team call tonight's at 8:30, by the way. Oh, hey, this is because they might be less plugged in because they're not in that chat. So you need to come alongside those people that maybe are just waiting for an invitation. Maybe they're waiting for something. They're like, I saw you guys like posted something maybe on the team page that there was like a call or something going on, and you're like, oh my gosh, I totally forgot to invite you. Like, I've done it, guys. I've done it multiple times. And I'm like, oh, I probably should have told them. Or they've expressed several times that like, oh, I would love to start paying more on my student loans. And we're like, yes, that's great. Let's do it. And then we like forget to send them the Zoom link for Megan's super duper get out of debt Zoom or something. And you're like, I forgot to send that. Too much information is never a bad thing when you're relaying it to your team. They chew on the bones, they chew on the meat, spit out the bones, and you know, if it's there for them. I want you to take on that leadership role. I want you to become bulletproof. If you're afraid to post something because of what somebody might say, you better just post it. Because there's a reason it's in your gut. If you feel like maybe I should, like, I'll tell y'all, when I was in that mindset to go Emerald, I feel like, and I might not even, but I feel like every time I did a lean shake or I mixed up a drink, I was taking a picture of it. I was videoing it. I was making it a boomerang. I was blasting it out there. And I signed up like 7 people that month. And that had nothing to really do with anybody feeling sorry for me and wanted to help me out to go Emerald. That had everything to do with my exposure was up. I was more in the face of people because I was confident. I didn't worry about, did I post too many Plexus posts today? Oh, my story is not broke up at all. Like there's no kids in that. That's just all. No, I was just like, whatever. It disappears in 24 hours anyway. Like exposure. If you start confidently putting yourself out there, these okay, I'm going to say 90 days. Like, let's talk 90 days. You put yourself out there and you took on this. I wish I could like give you my feelings right now. Like, I wish I could just like, literally, if you do this for 30 days, every single day, do you know what your month is going to feel like? When you become like overly bold, overly confident, and you just start like looking for places to talk about Plexus, looking for places to chat about Plexus, you are going to have more opportunities than you ever saw because you're looking for them. All right, I want everybody to close their eyes. Close your eyes, close your eyes, close your eyes. Okay. Take a big deep breath. It's June 2021. We all arrive in Las Vegas for convention. It's stinking hot. We walk in and we start seeing people from our team. You see Alita, you see Megan, you see Cheryl, you see Angela, you see Jen Leith, you see Jen Schock, you see Jordan Roddenberry, a new diamond. You see Tara Castaneda with her little fashion self. You start getting your keys, you're walking to your rooms. We're all there a day early because it's gala time. You're getting your hair done. Maybe you're drinking a mimosa. You're chatting. It's fun. You're getting your makeup done. And now you got to get dressed. What does that dress look like? What does that dress feel like? What does your husband say about you in that dress? What do your girlfriends say when they see you step out in the hallway in that dress? We're taking pictures. We're laughing. It's fun. Now we have to pick up our lanyards to walk down to gala. You pick up your lanyard and you turn it over and it says you're a jewel. What does that feel like? What do you feel? You put it on and you march yourself down to that gala. There's amazing food. There's amazing band. Everyone is laughing and dancing. You're taking pictures. You're sharing on social media. And you're just dying for that one person that hasn't joined your team to be with you. They're commenting on your stuff. They're seeing the pictures. And you're just like, you are coming with me next year. You have to be here next year. What does it feel like? Fast forward, next day, wake up, time to go down to first session. No. Don't climb those stairs. You're going on the floor because you're a jewel. You're going to go sit in one of those seats with the chair covers that say emerald, sapphire, or diamond. You can literally see the sweat on Antonio's face. When he comes out and he starts talking and he says to 15,000 ambassadors, who wants to be seated down here next year with you guys? You realize I made it. How does that feel? When you turn around and you see thousands of people wanting to be where you are, what does that feel like? I want you to remember how it feels, what that dress looked like, what color was it, what style was it, what are people going to say, how excited are you going to be when you're walking the halls and that name tag says Jewel? How does that feel? That is how I want you to run your last 90 days of this year, with that feeling, that confidence. Let that push you when that little negativity voice starts talking about whatever it wants to say. Shut it right up. Okay, you can open your eyes. Does anyone want to say how they felt? I already know what I'm wearing to convention. And I refuse to put that dress on, not a diamond.
So I'm going to be honest.
I want you to be.
Because that's where I struggle, is confidence. Confidence in, even purchasing a dress. That's just not my department. So, but I think you hit the nail on the head. And, I'm not stopping at Emerald. I'm not But we and Jesus have to have a talk. because I don't think I'm the only one there that struggles with going to something like that, because I never have shown, that's not my department. That's, I'm the wallflower. I would be the dress that, would blend in with the wall color. But God's not calling me to be a wallflower anymore. He's calling me to shine. So it's time to step up and shine, and my shining is going to look different than Caitlin's. My shining is going to look different than Sharon's. My shining is going to look different than Mary's, and it's okay. But as a group, I've always pictured when you see a group picture of everyone, whether it's a family picture or whether it's a Plexus picture, you don't go through and pick out, for me, I've always been on the heavy side. You don't see the heavy set one in the picture. You don't see the frumpy, what somebody might consider frumpy in the picture. You see a group of amazing, beautiful people with different skill sets and different talents, and different abilities. And you see God shining on them. You don't see those negative self things that you say to yourself. And so it's time to stop doing that.
I love that.
So that's just.
I love it. And what I love is that you're like, that's not me. Like, I don't even like to even go buy a dress like that. Like, I don't know. Here's the thing. Sharon and I did, when we went, we didn't go shopping by ourselves. We went with each other.
Okay, but do you know what my first job was?
What? I'm scared.
Store manager for years. Yeah. I could sell that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
To get it on.
And I love that what that gala marks is a celebration of what you've done. No one, and let me tell you, that the array of dresses, the array of, body styles and types and colors and like flashy, not flashy, like craziness all over the scale. It's not about that there.
Right.
It's about celebrating what you did and getting there and saying, this gal is for me. This, like, be proud of yourself and what you did. It's not prom, right? Like, we laugh and say it's mom prom, but it's not. Like, no one is like, putting pictures up on Facebook to tear each other down. Like, no, we are all there having fun and celebrating your accomplishments. And I just want, like, that is by no means putting pressure on anybody like, hey, you have to go to gala as a Jewel. But those feelings, when you let yourself go deep enough to sit and think about what that would be like, that is where you need to function from. Sit and close your eyes and think about, what would it feel like if the only bill I had left was my mortgage? Like, literally feel it. What would it feel like when the mail stops coming in and you're going to the mail and there's nothing there but junk? What would it feel like when you were using less checks because you don't have to mail anything in? When you forgot all your passwords to log online because you have nothing to pay? Like, what does that feel like? And that's where I want you guys to function from. And if it surfaces like it did for Paige, negative feelings, friend, that's something you're struggling with. And that's going to affect your business. Like, there is every type of person in this business from all different countries, right? To all different beliefs, from like super strict Christians to more of a looser secular Christian, from a non-Christian to probably an atheist. This company serves everyone with a gut. It doesn't discriminate against anything. So why should you? You have something to offer. Be confident in that. You are, if you're not, and you're holding back and you're like, I haven't done that live because I'm just so scared. And listen, guys, I literally had told Megan before, I feel like I should be doing more lives on my page, but who would want to hear from me? And she was like, well, no one, because that's how you feel. No one wants to hear from you. So no one wants to hear from you. And I was like, oh, okay. She's like, how many times do you watch somebody on live just because you just like, what are they talking about? And then you get interested in it. I'm like, all the time. Okay, so why do you think that they would be like, I don't want to hear what she has to say? They wouldn't be friends with you on Facebook. And even if they do, they'd scroll by and I would never even know. So why am I letting something I'm thinking negatively stop me from doing something that when I do a live, I get over 500 views. Well, obviously somebody cares what I have to say. But I was stopping myself before I ever even tried it, before I ever even did it. In fear of what? Not even reality. These are the last 90 days. Do not let yesterday eat up too much of today. Do not let yesterday's thoughts eat up too much of today. We are on day 1. And it's 1:36. We have 30 and a half more days to go. This is going to be the month that this train starts chugging. Hard and fast. All I can ever think of, if you've ever seen, what's the movie with, where they're jumping off the trains? I just watched it. It's Divergent. If you ever watched Divergent,
Best
and the
movie
train
ever.
is moving really fast and they have to get on it. If you don't get on, you're done. And how do they get off that train? They jump. Like, that's what I'm picturing. This train is moving and I'm jumping on. And the only way I'm getting off is if I jump at my destination. Use these 90 days. Don't waste them. The train is moving. Are you getting on? No. That is why it is always wonderful when someone speaks up, because there is more people on every single call. I don't care what call it is. I don't care how big or how small. There is someone else that feels that way, that's asked that question, that's struggled. And sometimes it's just knowing you're not alone, right? And that's enough.
So Mary, Emerald, and we're going to that convention. We're going shopping together. No high heels for this chick. Sorry, but
I go barefoot. I love it.
So roll.
I love it. Anybody else want to say anything before we jump off and get to cranking it out today?
I'll say something.
Go for it.
When I'm not going to get emotional either, but when me
Okay.
went, it's pregnancy hormones. I'm sorry, but okay, hold on. Okay, but when me and Keelan went to Gala the first year, I remember walking in there and I was like in awe, like, oh my god. And I told Caitlin, like, Kate, I don't feel like I belong here. And she yelled at me. She was like, you have every reason to be here. But I felt like, oh my god, I don't belong here. These girls are like beautiful. Like everybody like is just, I don't know. I just had that mentality in my head that I didn't belong there for a second. And I sat next to, it wasn't Gala, but it was the other dinner that we had.
Winter Center.
Winter Center. And it was me and this other girl. We were there and we were talking to, we didn't know who these girls were. And they asked us what our rank was. And I was like, we were senior gold. And they looked at us. They're like, how long did it take you to get there? And I said, 5 months. They looked at us like we were crazy. Like, how did you get there? And I didn't know because I was so new and didn't understand. Like, I just thought that was a normal thing. So after like hearing you say that, trust me, like once you're there and the stuff that you learn and the mindset that you start to have about yourself will change. you will not be stuck in that mindset forever. So have that talk with God, because Paige, you are an inspiration when you talk to all of us. So don't ever, I don't want you to feel, why am I so emotional? Because I just don't want you guys to ever feel not enough or not worth it, because you totally are. We all are. We're all, every single one of us is worth it. Every single one of us deserves this for our family. So don't have those negative thoughts in your head. So I love you guys.
I love you too. And she's right. She did. She started out was like, I do not belong here. And it really was like a twisted mindset of like, that's not the point of this. But that is our natural human response, right? To look around the room and immediately feel uncomfortable. Or like, I can't get on Zooms and talk to people. Like, I'm not this, or maybe what if I don't say the right thing? Or I'm not, and I remember Sharon being like, everybody in Plexus is blonde. Why is everybody in Plexus blonde? And I was like, everybody is not blonde. Like, are you not, like, open your eyes? But that was something that to her stuck out. And she was just like, I just feel so out of place. I don't have blonde hair. And I'm like, our diamond is a redhead, you goober. Like, what? But that was like something to her, right? And that is not what Plexus is about. That is not about, like, it literally is a celebration of what you have done and how far you have come. That's the point. And when you can start running your business from that place of, look how far I've come. Like Allie always says that she uses ranks as benchmarks of her self-growth. Like hitting Emerald, she knew she blew the top. I have goosebumps telling you this. Blew the top off of self-growth. And now she's got to go to Sapphire. They weren't just ranks, they were benchmarks for her. And that's where these contests come in and these prizes come in. It doesn't matter. You earned it being you. Because if you weren't you, you're not going to earn it. You're not going to get there. You wouldn't even have a name badge. So start running your business from that place of confidence that you have something to offer that is way bigger than anybody's opinion about you in any way, shape, or form. Any way, shape, or form. Anybody else? I love you guys. I'm just so ready to freaking rock these 90 days. My husband's not even going to be able to stand me. All right. I will let you all go. Thank you for jumping on. Let's freaking do this.
Love you, girls.
Thank you.